3, 2, 1.
Welcome
to the beautiful world of aquascaping.
Today we are making a sponsored video for you.
You know that Oase has always been one of our favorite brands, long before we started working together with them on this channel.
Yeah, so those of you who follow us for a longer time know that Oase has been the main sponsor of this channel. Our close partnership with Oase has enabled us to take part in some of the product developments. They have always listened to our suggestions and critics. The main winners of this partnership are you guys, our viewers on this channel and the Green Aqua customers. Oase is the market-leading brand in the pond business. The brand symbolizes quality not only in the gardening world, but also in the aquarium hobby. This quality is not only reflected in design, innovation, or the use of quality materials, but it is also present in their product service and the availability of spare parts. Okay, so we don't usually scape aquarium sets on our channel. We always believed and still believe that a custom set will serve our needs better. But we are specialists. Maybe not Tommy, but Ati and me,
Sort of.
for sure, sort of. Also, you don't usually need to wait for them to be custom made. They're readily available in the shop. You don't need to figure out what tech you'll need for the setup. Okay, so the set is composed of a very modern and good-looking cabinet, the tank itself, with a lid, and the light that is placed inside the cover.
Which is not part of the set.
Which is not part of the set.
Yeah.
Also the filter.
Cabinet tank.
And also the
That's
filter
it.
is not part of the set. You can always upgrade it, and you can choose from the different Oase options to upgrade this.
So all that is true for the Highline set, which you can see here. And we have two of the Styline behind me. That's one of the Styline 125 and the Styline 85. These sets come complete, actually complete. So there is an internal filter inside and a light to start off with. Usually we recommend replacing these filters for an external filter, which in the case of the smaller one, we recommend the Oase FilterSmart 100 and the 200 for the bigger one.
And these are actually coming at a very good price.
Yes, and well, now that we're at filters, for this one, which is the Highline 200, we recommend the Biomaster 600.
I know it's a big filter, but if you want to be safe with filtration, there's always better to choose a bigger filter.
He uses that for 60 liters.
I
This
do.
is 200, so makes sense.
Very true. So let's take a look on how the Oase cabinets are being assembled. Do not use a knife, you can scratch the cabinet. The whole assembly can be done with just one screwdriver. It's really easy. You just have to take the pieces and put them together according to the instructions. You've seen this at the biggest Swedish home furnishing store, didn't you? Mikey has explained that real men do not use manuals to assemble something. Well, I would disagree with that, but that's his own personal opinion anyway. These are laminated cabinets, so you have to be careful so that they don't get in direct contact with water. The back pane is open, so you can bring out the hoses and the electricity cables there. You can put shelves in custom positions so that your filter will fit in underneath if you happen to have an external filter. And then, when you're done, you just place the whole thing in its place, put in the lights, install the internal filter, and obviously put on the top, which is a sliding top so you can open it when you want to feed the fish. And voila, you are ready. Now let's talk about what we're going to do today. We're going to build the hardscapes. Yes, only the hardscapes for the 3 Oase sets. The Highline premium sets, with their sturdy manufacturing quality, will withstand the challenges of time in any modern interior. They are available in 5 different sizes: 125 125, 175, 200, this is the 200 one, 300 and 400 liters. If you decide to have an external filter, this one here has a pull-out floor. Do you see that, Chubby, in the full shot? And also the top has an aluminum cover, so that looks very good as well. And it also has a food flap, easy to feed the fish. The dry shaft, however, hides the connections and the products from sight. The stylized sets, on the other hand, are meant to be suitable for a much wider audience. They are the more affordable alternative. These stylized sets are 85, 125 and 175 liters respectively. We have two here. Which ones?
The 75 liter, which is called an 85,
Okay.
and the 115 liter, which is called a 125.
Whatever.
No idea.
There you have it. I chose to scape the Highline set, of course. Which one is yours, Ati?
This one.
That
Yeah,
is
the small one in the back, that's the 85, and the 125 is mine.
All right, so that's what we're gonna do today. And then at the end of the day, we're gonna post the 3 hardscapes for you to decide which one is the best. So we're gonna have a vote on Instagram, as promised. You're not gonna be able to vote now at the release of this video, but you've already seen the end result. So little spoiler there. All right, so I think we should start working, right?
Yep, let's do this.
Let's do this. Vote for Tommy, please. He needs all the support.
I need some success
He
in my
cut
life.
his beard, he cut his hair for you. So Ati will start by introducing the Denelle quartz gravel, which is a nice black inert substrate, and he's arranging it with a brush. Then he introduces the first big piece of petrified wood stone. He's kind of building like a shoreline kind of a structure, and he will probably use some sand in the foreground. And now he's building the structure all the way to the side glass, which is not a very wise thing to do because that is a maintenance nightmare. And then comes the bonsai tree, which will be the crown of this scape. And he's putting it in the right side in the golden ratio point. And you can see that the structure is already nicely elevated there. This is going to be a nice triangle composition. You can see that the scape is much higher on the right side and it's gradually going lower towards the left side glass of the tank. The only problem with this petrified wood stone is that it's kind of bulky structured stone, so it's really not easy to work with that. You need to pile them up if you want to build vertically. So now the height of the tree is perfect. Don't forget to leave space for the internal filter in the scape, so it's generally a good idea to leave that in while you're scaping if you have an internal filter. The concept behind the external filters is that they don't obstruct the view as much, so you only have the in and outlets visible in the tank. And also make sure that you don't scratch the side glass, especially in a sponsored video. You can see how the small pieces of rocks have added a lot of detail, a lot of things to look at. So right now I can see that the difference between the foreground and the background has started to disappear because we've got the same colors in the foreground and the background. And if you would have used the La Plata sand, you wouldn't have any problem there because you would have a different colored foreground. But that's my personal opinion anyway, never mind the commentator. He's filling up the background now. To add some depth to the scape, it's generally a good idea to have a background filled up.
I think I'm done. It's ready.
So you guys now see the end result of Ati's work. our second contestant from today, Tommy Danico in the red corner.
Okay, so before starting up, just a few features of the Styline set. First of all, it has a very nice sliding top. It has an LED light inside, which is a tube light system. It comes with 2 tubes, but there's actually space for 2 more. And it also comes with an internal filter. Personally, I would replace that with a FilterSmart 200 external filter. But if you have only the 2 tubes and you want an easy setup, then the internal filter is a good start.
Don't forget to add a lot of CO2 if you add a second light also.
Of course. Actually, all Stylines have the same system, obviously different sizes. Also, what I really love about these sets, all of them actually, is the top and bottom cover. You don't actually see the roots of the plants. On the top, same thing with the water level. You won't have the calcium residue on the top. So yeah, that's it. No surprises. I'm going with Iwagumi style, as always. Let's get to it.
He likes it safe.
Actually, we just got a fresh set of Frodo stones today, so I've had a lot of stones to choose from.
He likes it double safe because like Frodo stones is the only stone he can work with.
Yeah, that's my best choice. And it's gonna be, well, not my base, the whole thing is gonna be Colorado Sand. So I need a lot of it.
That is the 3rd bag of Colorado Sand.
2.5.
The famous Frodo stones have arrived. And then the main stone comes in. You don't see anything because Tommy's big body is covering the picture.
Yeah, because it's heavy. It's quite heavy.
I can already see that he's doing a V-shape structure on the right side of the tank.
Actually, I might have messed up the measurements because I've built this in the dojo we have in the back, and now the tank itself seems a bit smaller than I expected, so it won't fit the same way, but it's gonna be fine.
Tommy's really raising the substrate level to the top in the background, and you can see that in the foreground the line of rocks is not uniform, so it's kind of taking the shape of little valleys that stretch from the front glass towards the back, which adds to the natural feeling of this layout. I have to really mention our friend Adam Pasela from ADA Poland. By my very subjective and questionable opinion, he's one of the best hardscapers that I know, and he's always posting images of his dry layouts. I'm gonna link those pages in the description so you guys can get inspired by the fantastic, really cool layouts that he does.
Well, my biggest issue with Iwagumi is that after you plant them, you hide most of your rocks. So if we were to fill this tank up and have some plants inside, we would hide all these textures and you lose all the details. So I really love to do these dry scapes without actual planting. It's really different from scaping for an actual planted tank.
And also normally there's no way that you can keep the slope as steep as it is now. This is also a triangle composition, triangle sitting on the bottom with the tip being in the golden ratio, which is the highest point of the main rock. Once he's done arranging the hardscape or destroying it, we're going to show this from the front so that you guys will see what I'm talking about. Scaping the previous Styline set took about 20 minutes for Attila. Tommy is already at 40 minutes or maybe more than that, and then again this tank is a bit bigger than the other one and he likes to take time to add detail. The detail is very important, as mentioned in Josh Sims' Aquascaping Masterclass video, one of the most popular videos on this channel. And obviously when you cover the pebbles like that, you will need to re-add the pebbles later to add detail. So what he's doing is layers of pebble, stone, pebble, sand, pebble, sand, pebble, sand.
I'm done.
So why should they vote for you?
Why? No clue. Because Iwagumi. He's not gonna build an Iwagumi. If he does, it's not gonna be better than mine.
I'm just gonna say welcome to the premium world of Oase. Guys just went home. I'm left alone with my green tea, with my red gloves, and with this really great construct here. What do we call this? Foot flap? I just opened it and the light is right here. This is a push to open thing. Very clever. You push it and it opens. Really easy, you don't need handles, very minimalist design. I placed the light right here where the foot flap is. Normally, ideally, this should be in the back. I forgot to mention that there's one hole drilled actually into this tank, and this is for the external filter inlet. Actually, after thinking of what Tommy and Attila did, I'm gonna kind of cheat here because these cabinets are made to be nicely visible or to be enjoyed from a sitting position. If I'm looking at this, let's be generous. I see the top of the inlet. So anything that is above the top of the inlet in the back is not going to be visible. So with that in mind, gravel. That goes at the bottom. I introduced 3 bags and I'm going to use the Mantan stones. It's something that not many people are using and I don't know why. Actually, I know why. They harden the water and they're much like Seiryu stones or even worse. These are nothing like the Japanese Mantan stones. So I'm going to put that in this position to bring up the sight nicely. And now I need more stones and I need the La Plata sand because I'm going to put the La Plata sand on top of this quartz gravel in order to have a lot more finesse. This starts to look like a very classic Iwagumi layout at this moment. I don't really want that to look like an Iwagumi, do I? Because then Tommy's gonna tell me that I copied him. And then we're moving to the ironwood. I'm going to add some ironwood pieces and let me see what I can do with them. So this is going to be a Mizube layout, which has a combination of rocks and wood. See, I even managed to steal without Tommy worrying about plants and stuff. I've got Danele River, which is some river pebbles. I'm gonna add these as well. And then my secret ingredient, the ADA Aqua Gravel. Don't destroy the hardscape, man. That's Tommy's job. Just gonna take some sand and sprinkle it on top to hide some of the unnatural elements. Do we want a sand path from black sand? Let's steal some from Attila. Everybody's gonna wonder what this is. and why is black, right? It looks good, right? And good that I could steal something. So let me see how it looks under the light. Okay, I'm ready. Now the grand moment has come for me to take a photo of these 3 scapes, send it to Victor, and in 1 second you guys will know who the winner is. Okay, so the results are out.
I win.
Layout number 1, which is my layout, has received 48% thumbs up, 52% thumbs down. Layout number 2 is your layout, 87%. 87%. You said Bémeg. Did you say that? Bémeg in Hungarian is like F, the F word, okay? 13% thumbs down. So this is really cool. And the third layout is Otti, 29% thumbs up and 71% thumbs down. Very bad, Otti. See, there's a cross in there. Who did that? Otti's layout, rest in peace. Anyways, guys, thanks for all the votes. This was the Oase sponsored video. Thanks again, Oase, for giving us these wonderful sets.
Which we bought.
I'm sorry?
They didn't give us anything, we bought them.
Oh, actually, no. No, we bought them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a very important thing. So we got these. We got these. We didn't receive them for free. Thanks for being here with us. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to aquascape. Bye.
Goodbye.